This is Woolly Hattie here, and this little video is to show you how to make the bobbles for your Bobbles granny square. So here's your square. These are the bobbles here, okay? And the interesting thing about this one is when we're doing this one, we're turning the work, which is unlike other granny squares that we've done so far. So the centre is a chain made of ring made of 4 chains and joined with a slip stitch, 3 chains, 11 trebles, and then the second row is join a new yarn, 3 chains and treble into there, and then 2 trebles in between each of the trebles on the first round. So you've got 12 sets of 2 trebles as you go round. Okay, so here is my start of the granny square. Just tighten that up. So I've got those are the trebles, the things there, so we can join at any point in between the V's of the trebles. So I shall go in here, so I'm going to join a new yarn, but what I'm going to do, I nearly forgot, I'm going to turn it over. So that's the wrong side and that's the right side. So the right side is usually, you can see the little V stitches around the edge, and the stitches look a lot different. There's the right side there. On the back side, you can't see the V's at the top there, those V's there. It looks a lot different, and the stitches look different as well. So you've got the bumps. You remember you have bumps on your chain, you've got bumps on the back of your trebles there. So what I'm going to do, the reason we're going to do this is because when you do your bobbles, you will see that a lot, when you've bobbled it, that all of the work goes to the back of where you're crocheting. So if you did it on the front, the bobble would stick out on the wrong side. So we're going to turn it round onto the wrong side, so that when we put our bobble in, it will stick out on the right side. I hope that makes sense. So now we're going to put the yarn in between a pair of trebles. Now, if you want to, you could go in the middle of the trebles, but as long as you have 2 trebles in between your gap, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to go in there. So you can do what you like with crochet. It's a great thing. You can make it up as you go along, or you could just follow a pattern, whichever suits you. So I'm just going to hook that through and join with a slip stitch, as you've always done. Now, as normal, so we're going to start off doing 1, 2, 3 chains, and that's equivalent to a treble. So now I'm going to do 4 half completed trebles, not 4 completed one. It's not a half treble, it's half completed one. So this is the normal process that you would do for a treble. I've gone yarn over through the hole and brought the yarn back and yarn over. So I'm going to take off 2, but I'm not going to yarn over and take off the other 2. I'm going to yarn over and start another stitch because I'm greedy. And I'm going to take off the first 2. So now I've got 3 stitches. I'm going to yarn over, go through. There you go. So now I've got 3 half completed trebles and a chain. I'm going to do 1 more. There we go. So we've got the chain and then 1, 2, 3, 4 half completed trebles. So you've got 5 stitches or loops on your crochet hook. So now we're going to yarn over and pull them through, pull it tight. And this is where you can see it comes out at the back and it forms a little cup on this side, which is what we don't want on our crochet. We want the bump. So I'm going to do, I think it's 3 chains in between. Yep. So I'm going to go into the next gap between the pair of trebles. So this time, because I've not got a chain, I'm going to do 5 half completed trebles. So I'm going to do 1 half completed treble, 2 half completed trebles. So I've got 3 stitches on, 4 half completed trebles, 5 half completed trebles. So that's 4, so I need 1 more. Just busy counting. So you can see I've got 6 stitches on my hook. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 half completed trebles there. So now we're going to finish them all off with a stitch through there, yarn over and through, and there's another bubble there. So you can see if you pull it tight, it goes through there. Now, if you've got loose tension, you might want to do it in a smaller crochet hook. If you've got tight tension, you might want to do it in a bigger one. Anyway, so I'll do that again. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go in between the next pair of trebles. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 half completed trebles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've got 6 stitches on my hook. So I'm going to yarn over and pull through, and there you go. So when you finish the round, you turn it over, and there are your bobbles. And you just join it together with a slip stitch at the beginning of there. So you need to go into the top of that bobble there when you do a slip stitch. So here's the crochet, the completed one. So when you finish your bobbles, you see there's the little dips there that we've created in the so there's little dips in there, little dips in there. So we need to turn the square back around to the right side. So we're going back to the right side, and we're doing our round that we did before when we did circle to square. So we're going to start off with 3 trebles, 1 chain, 3 trebles, 1 chain, 3 double trebles, 2 chains, 3 double trebles, and then we just repeat that as we go round, and then you slip stitch it back into the first treble. And then the final row is the traditional granny square pattern using 3 treble clusters, and then 2 treble clusters and 2 chains in the corners. So that's your bobble granny square. Good luck. If you've got any questions, please ask.